He might have had a perm, honestly. That's probably what got me with the perm. I don't know. But this white boy, I kid you not, looked like Malcolm X, the white Malcolm X. I'm so sorry, Malcolm X, because I know you probably don't even want to hear that right now. Malcolm X was about to give me a hug. He was like, oh, you a first year? My cousin said, no, she's a junior in high school. I don't feel like saying this intro. I don't feel like doing it. I'm not going to say it. Good morning, everybody. It is officially my first day of work. Yes, I'm going to work. And it's also officially my first week of summer. So let's get into this video because, yeah. Okay, I don't know, something about getting ready in the dark just feels very right. Let me see how I look with the light on. I want to get ready in the dark. Okay, guess we're not going to get ready in the dark. Okay, anyways, good morning, y'all. Let me do my intro. Here we go. What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl janiaaaliyah, and I am back with another video. If it's your first time here, hi, welcome. I would prefer you to see, but y'all already know, only my subscribers can sit down. So if you're trying to get you a seat, then go ahead and click, smack that subscribe button down below and hurry up because I gotta go to work. Okay, great. Like I told y'all, today's my first day of work, so I gotta get ready. My couple days that I had as a summer break, they were pretty good. I spent most of the time like redoing my room, going to Target, buying stuff from Target. But you know what? The vibes were there. But anyways, let's get ready for work because we ain't got time to waste. So I got all my stuff ready. Here go my wig that I'm gonna put on. I got all my gel and stuff. So we just gonna start off by putting this wig on and going from there, chat. And while I'm doing that, do I want to have a chit chat or should we have a story time? I guess I'll tell y'all a story time because I tried to film this story time the other day and I didn't even realize it, but I ran out of space on my SD card and I thought all my stuff was transferred. I thought I was done and I deleted it, and I really didn't feel like doing it again, but I'm gonna do it again. So yeah, all right, y'all. But anyways, so basically I'm gonna tell y'all the story time about how my cousin took my man. Oh, yes she did. Anyways, so basically this is what happened. I was in like I want to say my sophomore year of high school or whatever. It was coming towards like the end. I think it was like actually spring break. No. I always do this, child. Spring break of my junior year, okay? And around that time, you know, it's junior year. That's supposed to be like, you know, around the time that you looking at colleges and whatnot. It smelled good. But the thing about me was I had been looking at the same colleges that I was interested in since 8th grade. So with that being said, I kind of had in mind where I wanted to go, but it wasn't until junior year that I was told that that wasn't in budget. So yeah, so with that being said, I ended up having to, you know, I kind of had to reconfigure my choices, okay? And so to be specific, I actually had majority California schools on my list that I had always wanted to go to. For example, you know, I had like UCLA, Pepperdine, USC, and then I also had one of my favorite schools I wanted to go to, which was UNC in North Carolina. Child, they wasn't in budget. They wasn't in budget. And so for those of y'all who don't know, I live in Georgia. And so of course my dad was just, you know, he told me I need to start looking at some Georgia school, because in Georgia, like, we have these things called, like, well, it's basically state financial aid. And so they'll give you like scholarship money to go to school in Georgia and whatnot, and, you know, in-state tuition and just all that stuff. So I kind of had to reconsider. Of course, I'm a junior at this point. I'm nearing the end of my junior year, finna start applications, and I literally have no Georgia schools on my list whatsoever at all. Hadn't even considered any at all. I mean, maybe I did consider some, and I told myself no, like, no girl, not going there. But I don't think I really did, honestly. Now, don't get me wrong, Georgia got some good schools. They just wasn't on my list. For example, we got Spelman, Clark Atlanta, Georgia Tech, Emory, University of Georgia, Kennesaw. It's some more schools, but I can't remember. But yeah, those are all pretty good schools, none of which were on my list. But at that point, they kind of felt like it was, you know, up to them, my dad, you know, to no Rocky. But anyways, like, it was up to him to, you know, kind of get me out there and, you know, put me on to some Georgia schools, because they had straight up asked me, you know, like, yeah, are you considering any schools in Georgia? I told them no, because I wasn't at all, like, literally. So come spring break, they had actually, you know, convinced me, my dad and his wife had convinced me to go take a visit to University of Georgia, because his wife actually graduated from University of Georgia, and apparently I had a cousin who goes there. Okay, now I feel like I've said this in a video before, but when it comes to my family, I may have a big family. I truly don't know. I meet a new cousin every 3 to 6 months. My dog is going crazy right now. I meet a new cousin every 3 to 6 months. So currently, if you're watching this and you're my cousin, I don't know it, just give me about 3 more months and I'll meet you. And if 3 more months isn't enough, I'll see you on Thanksgiving. Okay? Okay. So yeah, so come to find out, you know, I got a cousin who go there. And not gonna lie, I was low-key uncomfortable, only because, like, I'm not shy. I'm not shy, but I am, like, very reserved. I'm very reserved, especially, like, with strangers and stuff. Like, when it comes to my friends, no. No. I'm not shy or reserved, but no, when it comes to, like, strangers and just people I'm not used to, like, does this smell good? I don't know. But yeah, when it comes to them, I'm like, you know, I like to know what I'm getting myself into. So I'm very, very observant. I like to, you know, just scope the place out. Now we get there, and so the start of this trip began as like a campus tour. I had actually signed up for a campus tour, and if you've ever been to a little college tour, it's basically all the same. You know, you get there, see like the requirements, see like the average grades and everything of students, see like the acceptance portfolio. Then, you know, you go on a tour of a campus, see little classes, see dorms, whatever, right? Yeah, so we sitting in this little seminar. Now mind you, I think we showed up late because my dad was taking forever to come out the house. So we showed up late, but we finally get there and couldn't find parking. You gonna sit right here, girl, sit right here. I'm almost done. But yeah, we couldn't find parking, and so at that point, like, me and my dad, we just got dropped off at the door and ran in, and my sister and okay, but yeah, and so my sister and my dad's wife, they were assigned to go find the parking, and that was that. So we get in to this little seminar thing, and first of all, like I said, we were late. We didn't even have no seats. We was standing up in the back of the room just looking at the board. So we standing up or whatever, and I think around that time they had just started like going around the room asking people where they was from and all that stuff. Hold on, let me focus on my eyebrows real quick. But yeah, so we there and they start like introducing themselves, you know, just telling where they from. And surprisingly, even though we was about an hour and 30 minutes away from where I live, there were a lot of people like from my area slash town or whatever that were there. And so not many that I knew. I don't think I knew anybody that was there, but they was just all from the area. So tell me why they start going down the little, you know, requirements. Not even requirements, just like the portfolio of like the last admitted class. So like they SAT scores, their grade, all that stuff, right? You know. And literally I think I was somewhat enjoying the visit up until this point. Because tell me why. I said tell me why like 1,000 times. Ooh. Because we already late. And then to add on to that, they going down this list of SAT scores. And every time they say something like, oh yeah, 3.9 or 1200 SAT, my dad look at me like, you got that? You got that? They'd be like, versatile extracurricular activities. You got that? You got that? And I'd just be looking like, and at that point, like I was honestly fed up because I was just like, why you, like, you don't have to sit here saying all that stuff. But yeah, I was getting frustrated because at that point I hadn't even decided whether or not like I wanted that school to be like one of my options. But like, can I see the campus first, and then I'll debate if I'm finna go get that. Because so of course now after this whole seminar, that's when finally it's time it's time to go tour the campus. Now coming into this, I was excited. I was very much excited. But after like just the whole seminar and the grades and the you got that, you got this, you have this, I was fed up. And part of me was just ready to go, because like it ain't like I was interested in the school in the first place, so I was not here for it. But we go on with the tour, whatever, and we get on this little campus bus, because the campus I guess was like fairly big, so a lot of students like would need a bus to get like to and from their classes. So we get on the little bus, you know, they was just telling us like cool facts and whatnot as we were riding the bus, and that was that. So then, if y'all are familiar with the school, which is a pretty big school, so I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of you are, but you know the little thing they say where they be like, go dogs. Yeah. Ooh. So we on the bus, and I think the tour was coming to an end. Like, we was about to get off the bus, and so you know they had us saying that, and of course like at this point I'm kind of irritated. So when they like yeah, you gotta bark, I'm like ooh 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 ooh. But yeah, so that was the campus tour. Honestly, I didn't really like the campus because I feel like I don't know, I'm more of like a modern type person. I like modern feels. Even my school is like, I would say the campus for the most part is pretty modern and not that ancient looking in some places. But I just didn't like it. And then I don't know what it is, but like I said, I live in Georgia, and don't judge me because this is truly how I feel. But sometimes when I see things, or even on hot summer days, I go outside and it just smells like, I don't know, like, because sometimes, you know, I would be driving, then, you know, randomly run into a freaking street called Plantation Road or Martha's Plantation or just something like that. And so sometimes it smells like slavery. Sometimes it just does. And I just, like, I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it. I just was not really feeling campus, and that was it. So let's fast forward to the nitty gritty in this story. Let me hurry up. And basically this is what happened. So after I did all this little tour and whatnot, and you know, yeah, they thought it would be a good idea if I spent my spring break there with my cousin on campus, because she, you know, currently went there, and I was kind of inquiring, and truthfully they really wanted me to go there, but I really didn't want to go there. So I decided, I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll stay. Now mind y'all, like I said, I hardly knew this girl. Yeah, she's my cousin, but it had probably been about 5-6 years since I had seen her for the very first time. So yes, I had only really met her one time prior to this, and we didn't even, you know, we didn't even, you know, like really talk or anything. I just remember like she was there, but it's okay because I'm always open for new relationships. So we there, and my dad, like, he dropped me off like in front of her dorm or whatever, and so he tells me, he's like, he gave me $20 for the week, and he's like, okay, so I'm gonna drop you off now, and so while you here, you're gonna be a college student, so don't tell no. Oh, this hair sound crunchy as I'm combing it. I hope y'all can't hear, but yeah. So he like, yeah, you know, don't tell nobody you in high school, you supposed to be a college student while you here, and that's what you gonna be. And so in my mind, I'm like, all you gotta do is say that one time. I'm excited because I'm like, you didn't even have to tell me that, because I was gonna do that anyways, because that's just how I am. Yeah, so that was that. So we go to her room. In her dorm, like, she had a roommate. I actually did not see the roommate the entire time I was there, like, at all. But she had a roommate, and her dorm was like, it was kind of like apartment style. She had like her dorm was on the like better side of the dorms on campus. And I think she actually stayed in like the athletic, like the one where like the athletes stay, so of course you already know they was nice, right? So the way it was set up, it was like her bedroom, like literally personal bedrooms with like full beds, not twin, honey, full. Then there was a kitchen, then there was a bathroom, and then of course like there was a sink outside of the bathroom, because you know you don't want to have to wait on your roommate to finish showering so you can brush your teeth. So there was a sink outside of the bathroom, and then there was a living room with a TV and like 2 couches. So I slept on a couch, and the couch, for the most part, it was pretty comfortable. It was pretty comfortable, and yeah, because you know I was just happy. You know, a typical dorm, I probably would have to sleep in the bed with her or something, because like most of the dorms I'd have been in my dorm for sure, baby, we ain't had no couch. We got a floor and we got a bed, and I can tell you right now, the floor ain't gonna be that comfortable. But not even gonna lie, when I first got there, before I got my little the little mattress pad, the floor was a little more comfortable than the bed was. So it's really just up to you. But no, so I got to sleep on the couch. You know, that was pretty cool. So when I first got there with her or whatever, first thing we did, it wasn't talk, because we didn't really like know what to say. It's not our fault that we didn't know each other, it's our parents' faults. Like I said, 3 to 6 months, everybody. So I get there, and I think the first thing we did was like go meet up with one of her friends or whatever. And so her friend like stayed in like the dorm, like probably like next door, and then we went to go get some food. And when I tell y'all, I was literally in awe, because they had cardboard straws. Child, I had never seen those like before in real life. I heard about them, I maybe seen them on TV, but in real life, never ever. So I was very excited. I'm like, oh wow, like that really low-key sold me. I was like, oh wow, they eco-friendly. That is so crazy, because like, wow, I'm not even like, I'm not gonna say I don't care about the environment, but I'm also not gonna act like I do my extreme part. I could do better. I could really do better. But I was excited to see cardboard straws, and I did use a cardboard straw. So that's kind of what we did for that day. So fast forward to the next day. Mind y'all, this is spring, so we ended up going to a lot of probates. And if you don't know what a probate is, that's kind of like the final, I don't really know how to, y'all might have to look up the definition, but I'm gonna tell y'all my definition. Basically, I'm gonna just say like that's like a little final performance for like a new line of a sorority or fraternity, to kind of signal at or signify their initiation into the sorority or fraternity. So you know, they'll be stepping, and you know, it's like they big reveal, like, yeah. it's like them revealing, like, yeah, these are all of our new people. Look at them, they got it too. And so when I tell y'all, those were so interesting, because I love to see me a good little step show, or just, you know, dance or something, child. They was interesting. Okay, we good here, we good here. Okay, I need to put some more on this side. Why am I taking 20 minutes to apply mousse? What are you doing? Like, you have to do better. You must do better. But yeah, so that was pretty interesting. Now, I was kind of surprised, because as y'all can see from the beginning, I wasn't really fond of this school. I thought it was actually like a really white school, because that's how most schools like in southern Georgia are. They're very, very white, and that's just how Georgia is. Like, the farther you get away from Atlanta, most likely the more white it gets, and also maybe the more racist. I don't know, spare me. But yeah, it's the truth. But yeah, no, it was actually, you know, very much cultured. I was kind of like, wow, like, this how y'all get down? Oh, I ain't know that. So I was excited. So that was that day. Fast forward to the next day. No, fast forward to like later that night. Sorry y'all, we're gonna have to fast forward and rewind back to later that night. So she herself is in a sorority, and they have like a brother fraternity. And so their brother fraternity was hosting like a karaoke, no, not a karaoke night, that was the other day. They were hosting like a game night. So she like, yeah, we're gonna go to this game night or whatever. And I'm like, okay, because me, I really don't know how to play no games, but it was okay. So she's like, yeah, we're going to the game night. It's probably just gonna be like Uno, like stuff like that. I'm like, okay, I can play Uno. And tell me what, y'all, we get there, we walking in, and mind y'all, this girl said, yeah, brother fraternity is hosting it. In my mind, I'm like, oh, I know what a fraternity is. I heard of that before. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go. Y'all ready? Because I'm ready to go right now. Oh, not yet. Okay. So yeah, we had to drive. It was like to a little building that was like on the campus. But like I said, the campus is pretty big. So we get there, we walking in, and not gonna lie, I was kind of a little nervous. Like I said, I'm kind of reserved in new settings, so I was somewhat just, you know, I was nervous. So we walking in, y'all. I walk through the door. First thing I see is this white boy. But this white boy, he wearing these little glasses. He got a tip fade. He might have had a perm, honestly. That's probably what got me with the perm. I don't know. But this white boy, I kid you not, looked like Malcolm X. The white Malcolm X. I'm so sorry, Malcolm X, because I know you probably don't even want to hear that right now. But Malcolm X, he looked like the white Malcolm X. I'm not lying. I'm not. He did. And I was so excited. I was like, wow, I have never seen that before. Like, this white boy really got a whole tint fade, Malcolm X glasses, and a goatee that connects to the beard. Like, what is this right now? Is this a, where the cameras at? Where the cameras? Where the cameras? So that's when, you know, my cousin, you know, she introduced me or whatever. So I think when I had first walked in, like, you know, they was saying hey or whatever, and so he was just like, oh, are you a first year? And in my mind, I'm like, I'm whatever you want me to be. I'm just playing. But so yeah, he asked like, okay, are you a first year? And so before I could even answer, because like I said, my daddy told me to tell him I was in college. That's what he told me to say. So I was ready and very much prepared to say yes. Before I can even say yes, he go, my cousin, talking about some, hey, this my cousin. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Because, you know, I can be like, it can be like Friday. And be like, oh yeah, my cousin, she look like Janet Jackson. That's cool. Tell me why this girl has to follow that statement up with, no, she's in high school. No, she's a junior. You didn't even have to say all that. You didn't even have to say all that. So, and let me tell y'all what made me the most mad. Made me the most mad. I don't know. Made me even more mad. There we go. About this. It was the fact that literally, you know, when we all walking in, everybody saying hey to them, everybody saying hey to me. Malcolm X was about to give me a hug. He was like, oh, you a first year? My cousin said, no, she's a junior in high school.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
And she's my cousin. The hug was retracted in the most disrespectful way possible. And it was replaced with the, oh, nice to meet you. I think about this every day. Just kidding. No, I don't. But yeah, so at that point I was mad, and she had officially stripped me of my street cred, and also I feel like she's trying to steal my man, right? So later that night, or was it that night? I think it was like the next day. Next day we continued with these festivities. I think we went to like another probate, then we left a little early to go to the club. Now yes, I went to the club. One of her friends tried to like make me a fake ID, but something ain't work out. I can't remember what exactly didn't work out, but basically what we ended up doing was a little ID switcheroo at the door. So somebody went in, got a ticket, came back out, gave somebody else their ID, and then we went from there. And not gonna lie, I was very much intrigued. I was like, wow, what's this? What's that you just did? Do it again. Let me see it again. All right, hold on, let me change my clothes real quick. But yeah, so we get up in the club, and that was like the first time I realized, like, child, I do not like the club. I don't like it, because it was some boy up in there. It was like his birthday or whatever, and so he was just like running around all willy-nilly, which is no problem, girl. It's your birthday, like, turn up, have fun. But literally, when I tell y'all, this boy must have been running for a long time, because he was literally drenched in sweat. So when he ran past me, he kind of brushed my body, and my arm was wet. My arm was wet. And so yeah, that's when I came to the conclusion, don't bring me back here. Do not bring me back here. But yeah, so we at the club or whatever. Sis does it again. Malcolm X was there, and I don't know, maybe it was the wig switch up or something, but you know, he asked, you know, oh, you're new. I'm like, yeah. But no, here goes sis again, like, oh, this is my cousin, remember, the junior. Yeah. And I'm looking like girl, why do you keep saying this? Like, what is this? Is this some scheme? Like, why do you keep having, like, why are you saying this? But so that was that. I was kind of fed up, and like basically I think a couple days later I ended up, like, it was time for me to go home. Spring break was over, and so we headed home. She met my dad halfway, because you know, black people do not give the whole ride. It's either, you know, there you get a ride there, and then somebody else give you a ride back, and or they just meet you halfway. So my dad met her halfway, and wait, do I have this headband on correctly? I don't think so. My dad met her halfway, and then I went back home. And so on the ride home, y'all, literally, oh, I think I do. Okay, on the ride home, they was sitting there, you know, like just asking me, like, oh yeah, you know, do you love the school? Do you totally like want to go here now? How did you like it? Blah 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 blah. How were the classes? Blah blah. I'm like, y'all, like, why are y'all asking me all this stuff? I really, and I was being honest. I was like, I really, you know, I don't think I really liked the school. Like, I just didn't really like the campus. Why I say that and everybody in the car start going off. What you mean you don't like the campus? The campus, blah blah blah. You have to realize, blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What is going on right now? So that's when they start asking me, you know, how were the classes, blah blah. I'm like, first of all, we didn't go to no classes, we went to the club. And so I was just kind of fed up with that little car conversation. But yeah, so anyways, I finally get home, and of course when I get home, I had been telling all my friends, like, as I was there, I was giving them the play-by-play of what was going on with Malcolm X. So mind you, a lot of them really like, can we see a picture of him, blah blah blah. And I'm not even gonna lie, I'm one of those. I'll take a little picture. I'll take a little picture, but the picture I took, it was like, it was a terrible picture. It was a bad angle because there was a lot of people around, so it was kind of hard to take a picture. And then I think I got one when it was like stepping, but that wasn't a good one either. So yeah, so I take a little picture. That wasn't good for them. So y'all know what I do? I'm an investigator. So I ended up going on Twitter. Y'all, I didn't even know the boy real name. All I knew was what he looked like and who he knew. So I ended up finding his Twitter, y'all, and I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me, because I ended up scrolling down his page before he got the 10th fade, and I was not impressed. And I showed it to my friends, and of course the recent pictures, they was cute, but I just wasn't impressed, and so I didn't like him no more. But I was still just mad that my cousin like was really, you know, just like, girl, why is you doing that? And I felt like why you didn't just let me be? Like, why couldn't you just let me be? I don't know. I truly don't know. But anyways, y'all, okay, it's about 8:55. It's time for me to hurry up and go. So I'm gonna go downstairs and make my iced coffee, and I'm gonna head out. So thank y'all so much for tuning into this story time. Let me know what y'all thought about it down below. And yeah, you already know, click smack that subscribe button down below, and I will see y'all on my next video.